Hi, I'm Bart from FX Database. I will give you a short overview of the new pedals that were shown here at Music Messe. Some of them were already known before, but not in a wider audience. So like Amsterdam Cream, a small Korean company, has its very small pedals here at the show. There's AMT, the Russian company. They have a second Legend amp series. The first one was well, just pedals that mimic the sound of certain amps with two outputs, one for overdrive, one for preamp. The second series has a third output for with a cab simulator. And there are 12 new pedals in that series, all different amps. Then of course Bogner, everyone before the show read about Bogner and everyone was very curious about them. Well, I can tell you they sound great. And the price is also a surprise because everyone expected pedals from $500, but it seems that the European price is $210 for the Uberschall and I think $230 for the two Ecstasy pedals. So that's quite cheap for such a company. Then Carl Martin announced several new pedals. They have single channel versions of the AC tone and Plexi tone. They have a 6-pack, it's an analog programmable multi-effect with 6 pedals in one box, very nice. Then they have a bass drive and a Hell's Gate, so the Hell's Gate is a metal distortion. A new combinator loop switcher. Then Siox, the Danish power supply company, has an anniversary model with I think 16 outputs. It's called the Chocolate. Joyo, which well, was quite known this year because of some well, some things that happened, everyone knows I suppose. Well, they also have a new series now, a cheap series and also a new brand, Dr. J, with more high-end pedals but still cheap, around $50 or euro. So still cheap, but they call it the high-end series. Then I discovered the new brand, Ego Sonoro. It's an Italian brand. They have a few pedals which are interesting, but they also have the zero noise power supplies. One road version which is small and which has a battery inside, so you can charge it and play for 10 hours. The big version has a bigger battery and you can play for 50 hours with that battery. So you don't need a power supply on stage, you just use the battery inside your power supply. So Electro-Harmonix has its crying tone wah with a position sensor, so it doesn't have any moving parts, it just sits on the ground and it detects the position you keep it in. They also have the Super Ego, a kind of synth, a bit based on the Freeze pedal and with an effects loop. Then there's Greenhouse, the Israeli company, which has a new delay, the Retro Sky delay. It's a delay with also a phaser in the effects loop. So when you see it, you think it's just a delay, but there's an extra function, which is very nice. Then there's G-Wires, a Czech company. They already had a big series of pedals. They changed the look from purple to red. And they also have a new series of pedals, very small pedals, also for their powered cables and for normal passive cables. Jump Pedals, the Greek company, has the Big Chill, which is a top-tempo tremolo. Then there's Moore, the Chinese company known from the Super Bender and also the images that were already seen at NAMM of the mini pedals. Well, they have two new mini pedals. A flanger called the Elect Lady, and it has the same functions as an Electric Mistress, so with the filter switch. And then there's the Re-Echo, which is an echo with analog delay moduling and real echo and a few other functions. Then they have the Liquidiver, which is a pedal with a lot of watt types in it, also filters like Neutron and so on, and the synth engine. The synth engine is not ready yet, so they couldn't demonstrate that. But the WAS really sound very nice, and the filters are also very versatile. This Chinese company Nux, known from some very small pedals and some multi-effects. Well, now they have the Core series. So the Core series are just basic pedals, different types. And the Force series have a little color screen, and you can make a configuration in that screen. Well, it's a digital pedal and it has a small color screen to edit your sounds. German company Palmer has 3 new pedals. They already had quite a few pedals last year. and they're very high quality pedals. Now they have an automat, which is an envelope filter. I think it has all the functions of a Mutron or a Qtron, but also distortion inside, and you can blend clean and effect, and also blend in the distortion. There's Paul Lenders, which is a Dutch company. He has some very nice pedals like the treble tool. He now has the nerd version of the treble tool with better components. Then he also has the drive tool, which is actually an updated version of the Tube Sound Fuzz. And he really wanted to meet Craig about that. And there's Roger Meyer, who has updated all his pedals in a new TC line, smaller, with a big knob you can control with your foot. Roger Meyer himself is not here, but the pedals were really nice. T-Rex brought the Spin Doctor 2. They had a prototype here last year, but now the finished pedal is here. As well as 3 new pedals, a duck delay. If you play hard, the delay is soft. If you play softer, the delay is louder. They also have a Roommate Junior, which is a smaller reverb between the normal Roommate and the Toneberg reverb, so something in between. Because some people use the Roommate in the studio and the Toneberg on stage. Well, now there's something in between. DC Electronics brought the Spark Booster in the same series as the Dark Matter and Mojo Mojo distortion. Then there's Two Notes Audio Engineering, who had a cab simulator in a rec format. Well, now they have the pedal version, and it's quite affordable too. I think around $500 and euro. Another Russian company, Yerasov, they had the SCS line. I think it was a secret cable system. You can either just use normal cables, or at the back there's a little connector like for Ethernet. You can connect the pedals to the pedal board, and well, you don't need any cables in between anymore. One of the things I really like about guitar effects is how the small companies, 1 or 2 persons building pedals in their garage, can compete with a company like Boss, which sells millions of pedals worldwide with very big factories, and they can compete. That's really great about this industry. I think that's well, that's a short but long list of new pedals. You can find more information and pictures on effectsdatabase.com or on Harmony Central.